Hey, this is Eric with irrigationcheckups.com. Happy New Year. Hopefully, everyone had a great holiday break and wanted to just provide a quick update on the irrigationcheckups.com app. It was released about 6 months ago, and thank you to everyone that gave it a look, and especially thank you to the users that have paid subscriptions. Really appreciate it. Things are continuing to evolve with the app, bringing in new functionality to help you perform regular irrigation checkups, better, provide more value for you, help you win more jobs. And so just wanted to make this quick video to showcase some of the improvements if you haven't checked it out in a while. So let's just jump in. If we go to the account settings, one of the biggest updates that I think a lot of people will like is within each repair template. By default, a repair centric checkup template is available, and then there's also a conservation based template. But each of the checkup fields, so those are kind of the system wide fields that you would use to call out certain things. You can toggle and customize for your liking. So, let's say isolation valves are not something you normally check on, so we can update that. And then within the repair fields, those would be the zone specific. So for every zone that you're checking, you have the opportunity to call out different issues. And, let's say, you don't normally see 1-inch rotors, but you do see half-inch. And let's say pooling's an issue that you like to notify customers of, but overspray is not an issue. So we can update that. And so now when you go and do a checkup, when the form pops up, it will be customized exactly the way you want it. Those fields won't be there, and they also won't show up on the actual PDF reports. So that's a new functionality. And then another new thing is team members. So you can have your kind of master account subscription for the app, and then you can add your employees as team members, and you control their subscriptions. And so all the subscription payments are done within your Stripe account, and you can basically control how the app works for them. And so, those report template settings, your team members cannot change that. Same with what another new functionality is the price books and products. So your team members cannot adjust those. And so while I'm here, let's go over this. So something that's brand new is you can add in your kind of product service price list. So first you add the specific line items. You can give it a name, description, SKU, give it a category, and then kind of a check off whether it's deficiency related. The note here says it's best viewed on a tablet or computer because of all these forms. A little bit harder to do on a phone, but it is possible. And then once you have your kind of product list defined, within your price books, you can add in, so you get a standard price book when you sign up for an account, and you can go in and add those items to the price book, and then you also provide a price, and you can toggle, you can deactivate them so they're not removed from any existing checkups, but they would no longer be able to be added to a quote. And then, as you saw in that last screen under price books, you can have client specific price books. So if you have special pricing for specific customers, you can create and associate a specific price book to their accounts. And so that's a new thing folks asked for, and I'll show you how kind of those detailed quotes roll up onto the actual reporting. But let's go into a client account. And so one thing that is new is we can differentiate between commercial and residential accounts. And on the commercial accounts, you can now have kind of master account contact billing information, and then within that have multiple sites or properties. And so here is an example of a credit union that has 4 branch locations in the area. And so you can add in new sites underneath there. Each site has their own specific contact information, and so, a local contact at this branch, and you can, give notes like, this branch closes at 5 o'clock on Fridays. And, as you can see here, there is an opportunity now to add backflow details. And so you can add a backflow, provide what manufacturer it is, model if you want, the type of backflow and the size, enter in a location, and then you can also provide notes. And you can also geotag it, which is another new feature. And the same thing for controllers. You can now, on commercial accounts, have more than one controller. There's no limit to the number of controllers. And also the number of zones per controller has been increased to 250 zones per controller. So that should cover the vast majority of scenarios you're going to encounter out there in the field. But once you have a site defined, you can show a map of that property. And so, in this example of this credit union property, it's a larger property. And you can see the controller 1 geotag is right there on the corner of the building. And then this other map tag is where the backflow is located out by the street. And so, you can, zoom in. You can do all sorts of things. It's a Google Maps embedded. So, so this is the kind of version 1 of mapping that's been introduced into the app. Kind of the next step is to allow you to, more finely tune where these geotags land and edit those. But for now, that's what's available. And so let's jump into a checkup report. So here's one that's not finished. You'll notice that the layout has changed some. Throughout the whole app, all the pages now are reactive to the type of device that you're using. So, in this demonstration, I'm using a tablet. If you're using your phone, things are going to look slightly different just to accommodate all the information that we're trying to display. And then desktop would also be different since you have more real estate to display things. But within each section, so here, under backflow, we have, is the backflow present? Yes. Is it serviceable? As you can see, there's no isolation valve because we turned that off. But if that was enabled in these settings, you would have a checkbox available for that. Same thing with controllers. And so, as I mentioned earlier, you can now add detailed quotes on these checkups. And so, this page has changed slightly to make it a little bit easier to add the different repair callouts. So let's say on this one, we're going to want to add a couple of spray nozzles. Maybe there's some 4-inch pop-ups that need to be replaced. You now have this button where you can add quote line items. And so, let's add some labor. You said 4-inch pop-ups, and those are the products I've got on this particular price book. So we're going to add that. Let's go 1 hour labor, and we had 2 pop-ups we wanted to add to this quote. And so once we're brought back to the main checkup, there was already some other repairs that I had added previously. But what is brand new is you can view the quote. So the current quote that's being generated, and you can add a client signature. So if you have your client there on site, you can show them the quote, explain it to them, and have them sign it, and you can save that so that when you generate the actual PDF, it will be available, embedded into that PDF for record keeping. And then another new feature is this View Parts page. So we display all the parts that were added to the quotes. And this is something you can add some additional notes, like I also need some glue and primer. Create a PDF of this, and you can then download it to your device and email it to your account rep at the supply house. If that's your standard process for getting parts is by the job, or you can use it kind of at the end of the day and generate these reports to help do inventory on your truck. But that's a new thing that's available. And then back when we're finalizing the report, let's go ahead and generate the PDF, see what that looks like. There's now a new kind of weighting animation, so you know that it's working. But if you haven't seen the latest templates, but they're all dynamic in the sense that if you have more than one controller, it'll accommodate that. It'll, as I mentioned before, the customized fields. If you turn off a specific field, it's not going to show up on these reports. And at the bottom, very last page, if you do decide to display the quotes on your reports, here it is with the customer signature. So a lot of new functionality that's been implemented. And if you haven't checked it out since the app was initially released, feel free to sign up for a free trial. Currently offering a 2-week free trial when you sign up. No credit card needed. You just need to create a new account. If you need more time than 2 weeks to get a feel for whether this is something that can help your business, shoot me an email, ericp@irrigationcheckups.com, or send me a private message on Facebook, and I'd be more than happy to give you some more time to check out all the different functionality and give it a good test drive. But I really do believe this can help drive more business. And as always, appreciate feedback, and thanks again. Happy New Year.